You know, they say how you do one thing is how you do everything. And the way you start the first day of homeschool will impact the entire year. Hey, I'm Shayla Ma'at. I'm a homeschooler, a mom, and a transformation coach. If you have a vision and want to transform and break past your limits, I invite you to subscribe. I post weekly videos on personal development. Now, there are many ways you can homeschool your child, from creating your own curriculum to enrolling in a virtual school. The tips in this video can help you in both cases. So when we started homeschooling, we chose virtual learning. The first week of school was chaotic because we didn't have a checklist and had to learn from trial and error. We had multiple students homeschooling at once, so it became overwhelming. Once all the courses started to pile up, it was a whirlwind. We didn't have a checklist, so we realized later what we did and did not need. So through much trial and error, I learned the importance of preparing for the first day of school. Now, my students know what to expect and get to have fun preparing and setting up their own routines for the school year. If you want to be prepared for the first day of school, then you're going to find value in this video because we are going to get into it right now. 1. Introduction to the course. Take time to tour the course. Become familiar with the number of modules, the quizzes, and resources available. If your student will be attending virtual school, then it is important for them to save the teacher's contact information and to learn the best way to reach out to your teachers. For example, some teachers prefer emails over text, and some have appointment books to schedule one-on-ones, or you can just simply call some teachers. Find out your teacher's best method of communication. Take the time from the beginning to save each teacher's contact information in your contact list as well as your students for easy access throughout the course when it comes to testing and asking questions. Create a pace chart. If you have an idea when you want to complete a segment or a course or the school year, create a pace chart with daily requirements. This will help your student to reach that date on time. If your virtual school has a pre-existing pace chart or an assignment submission requirement, be sure to become familiar with it. It's better to have a vision before you start. Now, don't forget this step. Create a schedule. Create a schedule for each class. For example, if your student is taking 4 subjects like math, English, science, and history, start by picking a day to dedicate to each subject. Or you can do 4 subjects each day and have one of the days per week to review and do makeup work. Pick one day during the week that's dedicated to testing or reading teachers' feedback and assignments and doing makeup work or review. It's good for your student to create time to manage their own grades and make their own corrections. Comment down below, what do you think is the best way to review and make corrections? On a daily basis or to set one day out per week? My student does it on Fridays, so they can start the next week fresh and caught up. Choosing a note-taking strategy. There are 3 major note-taking strategies that we use. One is Cornell Notes. This is where the format is set up and the student uses the same template for each subject. Or you have guided notes that the teacher may create for the course. Then you have handwritten. It's important that you decide. Assign colors to each subject. Get notebooks and colored pens and highlighters. Create a school day schedule and consider your start and finish time, the average time that it takes to complete one assignment. and then make sure that you allot that time in accordance to your pace chart. So for example, if you need to submit 3 assignments per day and each assignment takes 1.5 hours, allot the total amount of hours it will take per day to complete those tasks. Also consider meal times. Everyone needs a break, and usually we take about 30 minutes to eat our meals, or at least breakfast and lunch. That way we can stay on pace throughout the day. Consider fitness and specials. It's always good to set aside time for a 30-minute walk, and also after school activities. So remember to tour your course ahead of time. Create a pace chart that works for you and meets your school's requirements. Choose a note-taking strategy that inspires your student and that is sustainable. Create a school day schedule that considers all your breaks and meals and goals. Thank you for subscribing. Remember to thumbs up the video and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Coach Shayla My Aunt. Now watch this video and I'll see you there.
Louisa.